God. Ask Scott.
Hey, Scott, this is Steven from Atlanta, Georgia. Like all the other TASers out there, I just want to say thanks so much for all the time and energy you put in making this podcast a reality. Thank you so much for that. My question is regarding the import process from China. After I've selected a manufacturer, I have a product. I know you mentioned a lot that you like to use DHL air shipping, and I believe you mentioned they handle all the logistics for you. My question is, if I'm shipping through UPS or FedEx or another one of the shipping companies besides DHL, but it is through air freight, will they handle the customs clearance for me? Will my supplier's freight forwarder handle that? My question is, how hands-on does that have to be for me, and what would you recommend is the best path forward for selecting one of those shipping companies and making sure that I'm not going to get held up with customs or anything like that? Thanks so much, and looking forward to hearing your answer.
Hey, Steven, thank you so much for the question. And assuming that we're going by air. Now, you said something that was a little bit different, and maybe some people don't understand this, but if you're going air freight, like if you're doing like not air express, that's a little different, because a lot of times with air freight, I haven't done this, I've just heard that what you're doing is you're having the goods delivered to the airport in a sense, and then you're going to have a freight forwarder pick that up or someone, and then from there ship it into Amazon or bring it to your warehouse location, wherever that may be. So we need to be clear on that. If you're using Air Express, for the most part, everything is going to be done for you right from door to door. All right. So you won't have to worry about that stuff. Now, with that all being said, if you're going through a different company like UPS or FedEx, I'm pretty sure it's very similar to DHL, where they're going to handle most of that for you. My advice to anyone would be to hop on the phone with UPS, tell them exactly what you're doing, or FedEx or whoever. Tell them exactly what you're doing, and you want to make sure that everything is kind of outlined for you to understand through that process. All right. And they have people that are dedicated just for, handling international shipping, customs, all of that stuff. The other thing that you want to probably do is you want to ask your supplier, what is the unique code that they're shipping this under? Because there's certain codes that they ship product under that will go through customs, and it'll let them know the type of product that it is. And when that is established, you're also going to have a little bit more info as far as like what customs could cost you. They won't come out and tell you exactly what customs are going to cost you, but they'll give you an idea of what the percentage could be. And then from there, you're going to have to pay customs once it gets through. But I would reach out with a customs broker in a sense through like DHL or UPS or FedEx or any of those, and I would try to have them handle everything. They have, divisions that are dedicated just for this here in itself. Again, if you wanted to use like Flexport or one of them, I think Flexport is even on a waiting list now, and I'm not even sure if you can use them, but any other freight forwarding company, they can handle all that stuff for you as well and take you through the entire process. I just say that in the beginning, when you're going by air, usually if you go by express, it's going to streamline the process a little bit more, especially while we're first starting. And then from there, we can start to kind of go outside of that and start thinking about, okay, how can we cut cost with the shipping? And once you get through the process, you're going to learn that. But I would definitely get on the phone with UPS, FedEx, DHL, any of those, and let them know your situation, let them know the product, and then also ask your supplier to give you more information about the product and how they label it as far as what the item is, because that could make a huge difference on your customs. So definitely do that, because you'll give that code to FedEx or UPS or DHL, and then they'll be able to say, okay, that code, it's this percentage for customs generally. So that's what I would do. I'd get on the phone and I would talk to someone. I don't think there's an exact answer that I can give you, other than I'd have to get on the phone and actually reach out to these people and talk through it a little bit. All right. So hopefully that's helped you, and good luck. All right. So guys, that is pretty much going to wrap it up. I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into that reporting thing. That's why I spent a little bit more time on that. So usually these episodes are under 30 minutes. So if this goes over a little bit, I apologize. But yeah, I just wanted to dive into that because I think reporting it's necessary because we need to understand where our business is. And especially when we're doing split testing, you're going to want to know how to do that, whether you use a software tool like Splitly or if you use, manually. If you do it manually, you still need to understand where those reports are and how to use them and what they do. There's a lot more that you can do inside of the reporting, but you don't necessarily have to. But those are the more important things that I look at on a regular basis. So you definitely want to check that out. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business. So definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business. And this way here, you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.